So in the last video, you learned how to run this code, right, based on relative reference. So now we're going to record this again, but not using relative reference. I'll just do one more, right, but make sure that it is not depressed, right. We do have to select use relative reference, and I will click on record macro. Before that, right, let's just move to this cell. Oh, right, run one more time. Record macro and just type write something. Right, notice that this macro name is the same, right? See what happened if we use the same name. Macro with raise is you going to replace it? No, we're gonna want to replace it. So we click no and we'll put another 2. So make sure macro name is not the same as the previous one. And if you want to differentiate, you can put a number at the back or you can put some other text. So just for simplicity, I put a number there. So click OK. I'm going to type the same thing. This is line 1. This is line 2. This is line 3. And this is line 4. So altogether 4 lines. Now I'm going to stop recording. And I can stop recording from here or at the bottom. I can click this. These are the same button. These two are the same button. So I'm going to click this. Okay, and I can activate the Visual Basic editors by pressing alternate F11. So I have to write something too, right? So this is using absolute, right? Notice that there is no keyword such as offset. It's easier to understand, but it's always at the you always write in cell E5, E6, and so on. So I just declare. Let me just delete everything. Now let's see what happens, right? Now, although my cells is in my active cells in B8, right? But this is what happened. You will have this line 2 writing in E5 and line 3 in E6 and line 4 in E7. Okay, so I'm gonna run this code. See, except the line, this one. This is the active cell, right? Before that, we do not know what is the active cell, but you can click on this, which is right, and you got this line. But the remaining lines are always in E5, E6, E7 because these are not relative to the first initial active cell. That is the difference between using a relative reference. Now the next thing is that we can actually have this simplify. Let's say you always want something show on range B E5, right? Then this is what you can do, right? You can actually cut this out, right? Cut this out and put it here and change the word select to values. I'll explain what the select and value differences in a short while, and this is not needed. The same goes to E6, right? You do the same and you highlight these two, or you can change differently, right? You can change here and you change this word to values. At the moment, dot value and dot formula has not much difference. You can change this here as well. And we have the last one, E6. Now what happened here is that it will always write the line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. This 4 message on the same cell. Irregardless where your active cell is, right? Let's just run this code by pressing the function key F5. You see that? Irregardless where is my active cells is always there. Right? As compared to the using relative reference, there's a major difference there. Now next, we can break these 4 tasks, writing 4 tasks right into two group. Now say I have two workers, right? I want that the first worker A to do the first two line, and I have the second worker B to do the remaining line. So I put some command there. So now I'm going to write a new sub procedure. So I'll just call it worker A, right? And remember, I can always put a verb in front. So do worker A job, right? So what's the do worker A job? I go back to my full module wheel, yeah? It's easier to see this. Let's cut this. I'll put it right here. So to worker A job, right? The job is here. So I'm just cut this and paste it here. See? Let me delete this. Now, I need to provide ways so that from write something, it can call this part of code. And the way to do it is to put what the procedure name right here. See, do worker A. So I'm going to run from this code onward, and notice how it will call this part of code, which is being labeled as do worker A. So there are two lines here, and this is the way, right? So I'm going to write this code. So I'll run this code. Now this time I'm going to run by debugging mode, right? I'll press F8. One, see, do worker, right? So from here I'm running, calling this do worker A. So I'm calling this, and we're about to execute this line. But notice that now we are execute within this code, not here. Okay, so do worker A E5. So you can see that this is right now. Notice that when we complete this work for worker A, now we got to return to the one that called it, and now it's time for worker B to do the job, which is to put this message in E7, see, and put this message in E8. There you are, and then sub. So we can do the same for do worker B. So just put there sub do worker B. We should cut this again and paste it here. Here we got it, do worker B. Okay. So run the code once. It still remain the same. However, we have break the job to two different procedure. Now this is modularize the code. Otherwise, the code that we write in a single procedure will grow longer and longer. It's not easy to debug. So thanks for watching this.